This way I went through the...
Just let everybody type B if they're back.
I think we've got everyone.
can.
I'm going to start anyway, assuming that everyone is here. Yeah.
That's just 1 minute, right?
Yeah, it's well gone. It's several hours run back. Wait, well, about an hour and a half run back through the tunnels.
Oh, okay. We're running for hours.
Yeah, you're probably having to book it. This is kind of Lord of the Rings, only through caves and things. So yeah, you can hear there's definitely something pursuing you. It's a ways back, but you know it knows these tunnels and is trying its best to gain on you.
Here's a question. One of us is a gnome, right?
I am just first in one of the skeletons.
Yes, one of you is a gnome.
The skeletons are in a bag. Gnome's slower than the rest of us.
I don't think the gnome is actually slowing. This is like you're running over quite a long period of time here, so while it's not helpful, I don't think it's hindering you that much. Because there's a fair bit of trying to get your distance, trying to figure out where you're going. I'm not gonna penalise you too much racist. For it.
Look, it's the book. The book tells me they only have 25 feet of movement.
They do, but
climb with someone.
That's also like at your full-time sprint. You're not full sprinting because if you were, you'd break your neck in no time because you're running through caves and around corners in the dark.
But either way, if you have shorter legs, you have to put more effort.
Yes, Chorus is having a horrible time right now. His little legs are pumping as fast as they can. He's trying his best to keep up. Probably a couple of times Lucian has to grab him by the collar and help him along. But you're managing to go along as fast as you can. I will need somebody to make a survival check though to see if you manage to continue without getting turned around.
I got that +6. I'll guidance myself.
One sec. Rogar actually, since it's his favorite terrain, can't get lost unless it's magically.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Plus we have a map.
Yeah, this is like, but now you're running as opposed to just following the map. Okay, well you can't get lost, but I still need you to make the check, but I'll give you advantage of that. It's not so much getting lost, it's like finding your way quickly through the tunnels.
Are we not going the same way we came?
Yes, but there are multiple turns and drugs, you know.
Yeah, but that's what the Outlander is like.
Yeah, he cannot get lost.
That
That's
way.
so perfect.
You literally cannot get lost, so they know where to go.
Yeah, but it's not about getting lost. It's about finding your way as quickly as possible in a pursuit.
Does Vladimir
we don't have to find our way.
Don't
know
start
like
shouting.
the Outlander knows the way.
Give Roger guidance and he can roll with advantage. It's probably
I'll
enough.
give him guidance.
I'm just putting that there so that everybody can
No,
stop
I know what the Outlander feat is, don't worry.
Yeah, and then it doesn't matter for the whole favorite terrain, it just means I'll like have advantage.
Yeah.
Survival you wanted?
Yes, survival please. Yeah, 22, no trouble. You're able to make a quick travel through, knowing where to go, getting across the sort of difficult bits, because it wasn't all even ground. There was certain bits where there was folding rock and chasms, but you make quick travel across each of them, and the beast, whatever is chasing you, isn't managing to gain much distance, and you begin to find familiar spaces, as you're pretty sure before long you're going to be... Ow! Fucking cat! A cat attacks one of your feet midway through the chase, and sinks its claws and teeth into your ankle. It doesn't like you playing Dungeons and Dragons in its room. Yeah, you find familiar caverns, and you think you're getting to the stage where you're about to reach the checkpoint again. Is everyone just booking it to the checkpoint?
No, we'll slow down now if we're getting close. Take 5, everyone. I'm sure everything's fine.
Famous less words in every horror movie.
Alright, so you guys...
Let's wait for Chorus to catch up.
Poor little scholar running as fast as he can. Okay, so you round... There's a corner just before the checkpoint, and you come around the corner and you see the large gate that leads to the checkpoint. It's been pulled open, and two of the dwarves are standing, sort of looking down the gate to see anyone coming. Who would be in the lead? Probably Rogar and someone else.
Oh damn! I just remember the dwarves and
Rogar
and Drow are nominally allies.
Who would be in the front? Rogar and somebody else? Kind of only
Esseron will probably also somewhere in the front, but...
Alright. So could I get you two to roll perception for me as you rode up? Or you can one of you can give the other advantage.
Actually, +4. What do you have?
Actually, just make it 2 separate checks because you're both trying to spot something at the same time, I think. So
spot the one of the dwarves is
yeah,
with
you
a
both.
moustache.
So it's not so much that; it's
Wait,
that
that's
you.
not a dwarf. It's a drow with a mustache.
It's a drow with a mustache. I thought it was a dwarf.
So it's not so much that; it's that as you come up, you just before you reach the gate, because it's a sudden turn kind of around. The rest are just piling in behind you. You notice that the dwarves who are standing there, their arms are kind of slack at their sides, and they've actually got wounds on them. There's blood kind of coming out of one of their necks. It looks like it's been covered up somewhat, but they look like they've been attacked. And Estegon, with your very high roll, you think they're animated dead at this stage, and they're just standing there to kind of give the impression that everything's fine.
Were we also still chased? Or
and not
we
far behind you,
still
you can
barely-
hear the roaring of a creature. Maybe, probably less than a minute behind you from the sounds of it. Maybe a minute or two. You
So
don't
I
know,
immediately like pointed out like those are not alive dwarves anymore. I think it's the same as what you are doing, Uncle Joe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe
So-
what he's trying. I believe
They are
what he's
dead
trying
or
to say
undead.
is
I don't know anymore.
ambush.
So here's the thing,
Yeah.
Estegon. Your choices are you either stop here or you run out, like because there's only a few feet before you go out. Do you run out into the little courtyard that was there, or do you come to a stop? If you do so, you'll be all kind of clogged up in this.
Do I have to pass these
these what? Sorry.
Do I have to pass this Duergar?
Well, they're on the other side of the courtyard from you. So
Oh, so they're like
you're-
in the inside part. I thought
yeah,
they were standing outside.
you're in the tunnel, and they're on the other side of the courtyard, and then just behind them you can see the wall.
Oh,
So
Eskeon probably runs in. The sounds behind him sounds more scary than what's inside of there.
okay, I'll move you to the map now, and I'll tell you what you see. So as you
As I hear that they're undead, I would like to make sure that I fall back at least 30 feet behind Lucian.
Good call.
Or the skeleton's 30 feet behind Lucian.
So you run out into
I'm already
the
10 feet
courtyard,
behind you.
and once you're out there, you can see up onto the walls, which are arrayed with a whole mess of skeletal archers standing up on the walls. Behind them, you can see sort of armored, lurching-looking figures, and the gate, which you couldn't see from the inside of the tunnel, has been pulled in. And a large undead ogre is standing, blocking the gate. And as you run out, a voice says calmly from seemingly nowhere, "That is far enough."
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm really getting
Take a
tired
step
of this
back
guy.
and shove the undead behind me in front of me.
Fuck off! Stop touching my undead.
Could you please stand in front of me? I do not feel comfortable. There's arrows.
Lucian, I know you're down there. Your trick from last time, if I see you hold that holy symbol, I'll tell my men to open fire.
But this is about him, can we...
Where are you? I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Invisibility will do that.
Of course.
Lucian
So,
knows that his AC is high enough. He'd probably deflect most of the arrows.
yeah, I'm not high on spells at the moment.
Chorus, you can hear something very large, a few tunnels behind you, slamming into walls and trying to make its way up.
Right.
Right.
That's okay. Vladimir's going to take care of it. He went to the back of the group.
I'm not at the. No, I am not. I'm where I stand on the map.
Yes. Well, we're in a bit of a hurry now, so would you mind if we just get to the other side of the gate?
That would be fine. I'll just need one of the phase spider eggs.
I think that sounds reasonable.
We've got 5, right?
Yeah, you've got 5.
I think worth it.
What if we give you none and you
wait.
take Lucian instead?
I'm not interested in him.
Wait.
Fair enough.
Can I inside check him and see if he's allied with the ones running us down? He said we can step to the gate. He didn't say he won't attack us anyway.
Yeah, you can inside check
I
him.
recognise this as the voice of the hand, right?
Yes. This is the fellow who's been showing up in a couple of Slayer's Take missions in the past.
Yeah, I don't think they're related.
Yeah. Can you get him to make the promise that he will not attack us anyway? And I will inside check him.
Well, Mr. Hand, you're not going to attack us after we present you with said egg, are you?
A tempting prospect. But I swear that if you hand over the egg, I will leave, and you may then pass. I'll even leave my undead to slow down your pursuers. I am a man of my
18.
word.
Is he boosting us?
No. He just wants the egg, and apparently is willing to make this trade.
I think he's quite a trustworthy fellow. Let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. One of the dead dwarves slumps forwards and holds out a hand, and you can see like 2 of the fingers have been bitten off.
Joe, I believe you have the eggs.
I'm coming. How many eggs do you want?
Just for one,
Over easy or hard boiled?
just as it is.
Okay. I take a spider egg out of the bag and I hold it in front of the zombie dwarf.
All right. The zombie dwarf takes it, turns away, hands it to the zombie ogre. The zombie ogre passes it back. Nobody can see beyond this wall.
Of a job creation.
Yeah, I mean, this is what necromancers do. They make jobs. They employ people, despite their disabilities. No one can see, kind of beyond the wall. A couple of seconds pass, kind of tense seconds. All these skeletons pointing arrows at you. This loud noise getting louder behind you, and then you hear
You might want
hoofbeats,
to.
clattering away. A few more painful.
Why are we waiting here, guys?
A few more
Well,
painful
I think we
seconds
can go now.
pass. And then the huge zombie ogre steps out of the way.
Go.
Run.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. So if you all move yourself over to the other end.
I kind of wanted to take a zombie dwarf with me, but I suppose there are more important things. Zombie ogres, you say?
If I were you, Joe, I would worry about my life first. Although you don't have much of it left.
Well, keep talking to me like that and you'll have even less.
As you're kind of...
by the way.
Oh, that was his horse, but it's gone now.
Skeleton horse.
It was his horse.
I thought it was a fish.
It was a
skeleton
horse.
of a fish.
It was amazing. If you gave it a lick, it would have tasted just like raisins. As you were ascending the stairs, there's another loud roar, and a huge creature comes barreling out of the thing. You can see it out from your kind of heightened angle. This massive, this large, sort of strange creature comes out and begins tearing into the dwarves. A bunch of drow begin firing crossbow butts up, the archers begin firing back down, and you all head further up into the... just before you head up. And
are we close enough to throw a few spells down there before we completely disband, or...?
This is just cinematic moment of, you know, as you're leaving, you go.
I assume we are full on dashing.
And yeah, there's just the sounds of combat behind you, but the hand is as good as his word, and the zombies seem to hold for a little while, holding back the large creature and his drow friends. You hear magic being cast, bones being shattered, but you guys can press on up towards daylight.
That's actually a good idea. Do we attack the hand and get the thorn off our side?
Do you attack what, sorry?
Do we attack the hand, the necromancer?
You can't
see
him.
Left. He left earlier.
He left and waited a good, 30 seconds before letting you guys pass through. And it sounded like he had some sort of horse with him, so the odds are he's charging on quite far ahead. If only you had a way of like moving very quickly, you could maybe catch up with him. But he's definitely...
stay here in darkness, and once that fight is done, kill whatever is left, just to make sure that when we come down here next, there is less things that want to kill us.
And
there
we
are
might
always things in the Underdark.
And we might want to man this outpost for the safe stake and take tolls, since you know the actual guards have died twice now.
We've got more important things to do.
I think we should just run further. If the drow takes the overhand and they will chase us, we cannot have a...
could I recognize the thing that's down there?
Yeah. Well, you rolled for the creature you mentioned earlier, the Drogoloff, or Dragoloff. It's a very powerful, blessed drow, which has been mutated into a towering killing machine.
I don't think that's a creature we can fight, guys. I think it's better to just run.
Nah, it'll be fine.
You go fight it then.
Coward.
Let's run.
I value my life. I have things to do. I'm
sure they do.
As you're discussing this, whatever fight is taking place down below, it doesn't actually last very long. There's like a brief skirmish, combat, shouting, and then it comes to an end. Maybe about 30 seconds of battle.
The skeletons wouldn't hold the drow for long. Let's run.
Yes, let's keep going.
There were ogres, whatever.
Ogres are not very strong. Well,
Neither
they are strong.
Let's be honest. It's just some drow magic.
As I recall, Lucian, you almost died to a half-ogre.
It got one hit on me. One good hit.
It was a glorious hit.
Funny how as soon as something does hit you, you almost die.
Let's run.
Yeah, so you guys...
That's why I like my armor.
Head back upstairs. The door goes knock. Oh, you guys seem in a hurry. I'll open up. And the door opens up in front of you, and you escape into the... I think it's the next day. Like, you didn't realize when you were down there, but you were in there the whole day, going into through the night and into the next day. It's early morning.
I'll update it to 2 days.
Well, Vladimir's immediate priority is to look at the date and then calculate at which day they actually met the deep gnomes to establish which day actually is Vladi Day.
You know what? I'm sure Adam
left or today.
Adam, it would have been
the 21st of July.
21st of July. Cool. And with that, you guys all escape. Head back to the Slayer's Take. Nothing untoward gets in your way during your travels. You maybe spot some hoof prints, but they travel off in the wrong direction, effectively, from you, going deeper into the woods. You travel back. Merton smiles, happy to see you all. What's the kind of demeanor of everyone once they get back in? They arrive back. Is it like, yes, victorious, or is there like, we kind of failed because we had to get Leeds' egg?
Nah, it's a job well done.
Yeah, we're fine. We'll get paid, and
there was nothing to do. We had to like. We're lucky that
Vladimir keeps complaining that they should have stayed and killed whatever was left of that fight.
Yeah. So there's a brief, for the most part, professional, like, we did our job. Vladimir was annoyed they didn't get to murder the big baddie, or at least, a couple of cool zombie ogres.
Yeah, but yeah. It would have been great. See, we went down here, we were chased by giant thing. If we kill it now when it was weakened, we wouldn't be chased by giant thing again if we went there next.
There's no reason why we'd be get chased by a giant thing again if we went down there again anyway.
They're drow! They chase you for no reason.
They chase you for being
there are probably also more.
He's somewhat correct, but then again, we violated one of their core religious tenets. They would have sent a platoon after us.
At the end of the day, I am a gun for hire. I don't kill things for the fun of it, I kill things for the money. There was no money in it. What's the point?
None of them have actually seen us, so they should not really know who we are.
What are they going to do? Come to the surface to attack us? I don't think so.
Ouch. That's one attack of 3, mate.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Direct lot.
Cool. Tim would have been dead in the first round.
I mean, I wouldn't have been next to it.
I want to go back and fight it, but I don't want to be anywhere
fine. But yeah, okay.
It would have been
hit me.
Entire. Now, just to be clear, possible fight maybe, but very dangerous one. But yeah, no, you.
Estigo would probably be a bit disappointed they had to give up the egg and that they every time meet the hand, and that he's just like overshadowing us with his army of undead or orcs. But he also thinks it's just like a job well done.
Cool.
Besides that,
so the two of you who are initiates, Cecilian and Vlad, you are invited to officially join the Slayer's Take, and let in on the secrets of the organization to some degree. There's a brand involved, a searing hot tattoo. Do you both accept the
searing
brand?
hot? The searing hotness does not dare me much.
Cool. You get a
I
brand.
will only do it right on my ass.
Of course.
Nowhere else.
It turns
But
out
next
there's a.
time I'm gonna.
I was gonna say there's a surprisingly.
Next time I'm gonna use my family's money again to buy me in.
You
Way
do realize
easier.
that enough healing magic will make brand go away. Do you rebrand people? What is?
I mean, I don't know if healing magic gets away of scar tissues. That's always a thing. Like.
Restoration.
I mean,
if you let it
true
scar
resurrection.
Resurrection would rather do it.
Otherwise, all adventurers would be exclusively scars.
That's true. Especially the barbarian. But yeah, that's your job well done. I know that's a slightly like sudden ending. I didn't know if you would fight that or not, so I had to be prepared. But yeah, comes to an end. You get 1,000 gold for the 4 eggs that you managed to bring back. So that divided amongst everyone.
Yeah.
So gets 42 gold plus 85 silver.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Experience-wise, let me get my calculator out here. You know what? I'll post the experience in a little while. I'll calculate it next because there's a couple of different maps I've got to check on. But yeah, you complete your quest, you get paid, and that is the end of that contract for the Slayer's Take.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Slightly anticlimactic compared to my hag conflict at the end, but makes sense. There were a lot of skeletons.
Yeah.
Like, we succeeded on the job already, like, and the only thing was, okay, we have to get out of the skeleton part. Well, one hack, okay, it sounds reasonable.
it was the smart decision.
Job well done.
If a clever baddie will give you a choice that makes sense.
Yeah.
The murder hobo and me really just wanted to kill whatever's left of that fight for the XP, you know?
Yeah.
Out of character.
Well.
Yeah, sure, me too, but we had probably died, and Chorus is scared of everything.
No, it's two sides fighting each other.
Sicilian had to go home. His clothes were bloodied up. It's not something no.
Yeah, do you actually think that skeletons would have slowed them down? I bet that no one died fighting the skeleton.
I mean, there's a lot of skeletons.
There are a lot of skeletons, yeah.
I mean, to give a little extra...
200 ogres, there's dwarves.
To give a little extra information, the attack kind of happened, the fight was brief, and then the drow just pulled back because they didn't expect to meet major opposition. So you came down, there'd have been the zombies who were just stood there and stared at the entrance. So...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because the drow weren't expecting to run into... They probably could have won the fight relatively easily, considering what they had.
But they had no reason to.
They didn't have much reason to. You guys had already began ascending. You were already kind of at the stage where we don't want to chase them any further. Had the fight actually happened, I was going to roll a d4 to... I was going to roll 2d4 to see how long until the drow forces actually arrived. It would originally be 1d4 if you had failed that survival check.
With your gold and experience from this, by the way, guys, don't forget to update it on the new server rather than this one.
Yeah.
Already done.
Question: How does downtime actually work?
Adam is better to talk to that.
It's all listed in the post.
Yeah. I honestly find it very confusing.
It's a pinned message. Pinned message in the downtime post. Read it.
Well, I mean, the dates and stuff. Is there a calendar or?
Yes. Yeah, that's a pinned message in the general channel.
Yeah, it's pinned in
in the general, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was using earlier to calculate my days.
Yeah. Every now and then I just ask Adam how many days I have left.
Yeah.
I'm not going to work it out for people. Do your own damn maths.
I just worked it out for myself. I get a +1 bow.
Yeah. I must almost have my rod of the Pact Keeper. That's cool. So I've taken you over to the reward screen. Just put a tick next to the person you think was the best team worker, the best role player, the MVP, so the guy had the big sort of moment, and the funniest player. Team worker and MVP, you can't vote for the same person twice. And don't vote for yourself.
So, it's like a burning wheel, right?
Yes.
Team worker is the... In Overwatch terms, team worker is the little tick you get at the end, and MVP is the player of the game.
Yes, exactly.
Spice? Do you spice?
I spice so much, man.
I need to sell my spice.
Who was the one again that gave me the sanctuary?
That was Lucian.
Lucian always for teamwork.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, looks like Lucian wins hands down on teamwork. So you're going to just add an extra 100 XP. Smelly Joe gets the roleplay. And Vlad wins humor. MVP.
Yes! Vladdy Day!
Vladdy Day. Yeah. Vladdy Day was pretty good. And Smelly Joe is going to win MVP.
Where am I on this panel?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not there.
No chorus.
I thought I grabbed you.
I was like looking for role-playing Chorus, and was like, wait, where's Chorus? There's Spensius.
Chorus, you are being represented by Spensius. Chorus is being represented by Spensius.
I'll vote for Smelly Joe's undead servant Spensius.
That's so unfair.
If Spensius gets enough votes, he gets to become a player character.
After all the trapping and buffing, Chorus fell asleep.
That's totally not just me selecting different colors, by the way.
Yeah. Looks like Lucian for team.
So I get 125 extra.
Yeah, guess so. Chorus gets 25, and Lucian gets 100. Sorry, Vad gets 25, and Lucian gets 100. Sorry I didn't put you on there, Chorus. I thought I grabbed everyone, but I guess I missed one person. Chorus can get 10 XP for being forgotten.
Oh no! So I got what? 85?
Cool.
Well, not everyone gets bonus XP.
You know, the worst thing is I didn't win humor for once. I
know,
always win the humor one.
That's the first time I think I've seen you lose humor on my link.
Way more
Well, I got to say, it was really hard to butt in that moment for Sicilian.
It's really hard to what in that moment?
Well, it was really hard to butt in because there's so much talking happening.
Yes.
Yeah, there are 7 people, which is pretty difficult, and it takes some time. If you
yeah, I don't normally go to 7, but it was a bit more popular this one than I'm used to, and I kind of expected to get 4 or 5. I'll maybe for my next quest, I'll probably say for a smaller group, but
yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah,
it's okay though. Sometimes these games are fun as well, but just was one thing why I couldn't roleplay as much. And Sicilian is more a character that does talking, but not with Drow or people that he can't talk to, so that made it hard as well.
Yeah. I think what I'll maybe try and do is plan my games a little more around. If I know it's going to be a roleplay heavy game, I'll make sure I go for smaller groups. If I'm expecting just one big combat, I'll maybe make it larger teams.
Yeah, that sounds like a smart thing to do.
Because I did the Hag game, which was a big success, but I made sure to keep that a smaller group because I knew there was going to be lots of roleplay. And I've had big
success.
I've had big fighting games that were good because I had large groups. But this game, I didn't actually know if it was going to be more roleplay or more combat, so I didn't really go either way. So, learning as we go. But yeah, I hope everyone had fun, and I will post XP before I go to bed.
Yeah, it was fun.
And yeah, see you all.